You know how sometimes when you look at your life and sometimes your life comes back and show up, and then when you look at maybe the person or the things or whatever, you think back like, wow. I went through that shit today. And I'm not trying to say anything when I say that. It's just that where I'm at mentally in my life. And don't get me wrong, y'all. I don't know when it happened. But the things that I've been trying to get over, I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. Like, that shit is over. Like, I'm gonna get personal with y'all. I'm gonna get real personal with y'all. I've been dealing with this guy for 4 years, right? And it wasn't the sex or whatever that had me addicted to him. It was the way he treated me. I truly believe that it was a karmic relationship. And I felt deep in love with this man. I felt in love with this man more than anybody I have ever fell in love with in my life. He was basically my first love, right? And through all of that, it was flags throughout the whole relationship. And I'm like, the whole time my mind is telling me he ain't it. But my heart is like, you know what? Give him a chance. But my mind is like, he ain't it. And every other week or day, it was shown to me he is not it. But for some reason, I love this man. But my mind is like, bitch, you dumb. Look what you see. This is me. This is my higher self talking. Remember, I already told you I always go against myself. But myself be talking to me. So as 4 years go past, I'm still seeing shit, and my mind is saying, you dumb bitch. You see that? You see that? So, because I talk to myself, and I'm like, I see it. And anyway, I finally I woke up one day, and I knew that I was at a breaking point in this relationship. I knew that my feelings wasn't really there anymore, but the fact that I loved him, I knew it would have to be one thing that would trigger the whole thing off. And when I asked him that one question and he finally told me the truth, as of that moment, everything went away. And I know y'all think, like, what the fuck you talking about? I'm deep in love with this man, right? Throughout the 4 years I've been with this man been showing me that he ain't it, right? But I love him. But part of me is already gone. Part of me is still lingering on because I love him. But when he finally told me the truth about something that I already knew, the moment he confessed that truth, it's like the part of me that was still hanging on, it let go. Like, instantly. And me, if I was to see that man right now, I would look at him as if he's my ex. He's somebody that I used to deal with. And I look at him so differently now because I look at him as the woman that I used to be. But it wasn't that long ago that we broken up. But I don't feel nothing the way that I used to feel about. I used to be so deep in love with this man. The thought of him, oh my goodness, burns me. You hear me? I don't think about this man at all. At all. I have to force myself to think about him. I force myself to call him and check up on him because it's like, I'm done. It's like, and I'm like, how the fuck can that happen? That's how powerful the mind is. Like, I went from being deep in love with this man to literally, it's like, when people say his name, it's like, And this is what I mean by in the last video. And the reason why I got personal, and I said this, and I'm saying this story with y'all, because I have posted a video. If you go down maybe 2 or 3, 4 videos down, I said we are going through a spiritual warfare. And in this spiritual warfare, it could mean anything in your life. And the fact that my spirit was telling me the whole time that I am in a situation that is not of me, the fact that I love, like I said, the fact that we are loving, love is our weakness, chosen ones. Love is our weakness. My spirit is telling me this man is no good. But the fact that love is my weakness and I am in love with this man, I allowed this man to make me look like a fool. I allowed this man to prove me right, because my mind telling me that he's wrong. So one day, I had to let my soul, the part that was hanging on, I had to let my soul become one with my spirit. Because remember, I said in my last video, if you remember this video, your soul is in between. Your soul is you. Your soul has evil on one side and it has goodness on the other. This is your soul, right? My spirit was telling my soul, leave the man alone, right? But the other side was telling me, no, the love, the weakness. And the fact that I'm weak, Lucifer knows my weakness. Lucifer knows that love is my weakness. So I'm loving this man. And I know that it's not right for me, but I love because it's weakness to me. So even though I know it ain't, I know this is not good, but love is so weak. I love him. Because it's my soul that's keep gravitating to this man because I love him. So when I finally got the confirmation that the spirit needed, because I didn't know what the spirit needed for confirmation. Because throughout the whole 4 years, my spirit been telling me it's not right. But I've been ignoring it. Because I always ignore my higher self. Me and my higher self, we got that relationship. Don't worry about us. But anyway, I do it all the time. I listen to her a lot, but sometimes I don't. And I knew it was going to be a point where my higher self was going to get to a breaking point and say, you know what, this bitch is getting dumb. I'm going to have to step in. So, whatever truth that my higher self needed to end it, when my higher self got that confirmation and said, that's it, I haven't been with that man ever since. I don't think about that man. I don't ache for that man. I don't yearn for that man at all. I have no desires. It was at one point I used to, I hardly think about this man. Because my spirit, my higher self said, that's enough. And that soul that was lingering on, my spirit grabbed it and said, you coming with me. And my soul became one with my spirit. And now, being in that relationship has taught me that I need to focus on my higher self, because my higher self is never wrong. And Ajita, you need to shut the fuck up and let your higher self continue to do her. Because if I would have listened to my higher self, I wouldn't have put myself through this bullshit. But I learned a great lesson though. I learned that I can fall deep in love. And I learned that it is possible for me to find a love like that, but this time he's going to be the right one. So I learned a great lesson too. So, I did my thing. But when the spirit tells you to stop, you're going to stop. That's what our Holy Spirit. See, the devil is going to tease you. When our spirit talks, you're going to listen.